All right, this is my new indoor herb garden that I just finished. So I built it over 2 years. So these branches, so basically the middle of the structure is made up of 5 different pieces of a tree. So I'm not sure what that bottom species is, but right where this shelf hits here, you'll see there's like a seam there. And then this next piece is called sycamore, this like long bent piece. And then at this seam here, it hits another branch, which I don't know what species that is either. This next piece I believe is oak. And that top piece is maple, I believe, I'm pretty sure. And so, yeah, I built the actual pole about 1.5 years ago, or maybe 2 years ago, and it sort of just sat here, just with nothing on it, no shelves on it, for about 1.5 years, 2 years, and then about 1 year ago, there was this tree on Cortelyou and 17th that was cut down. And I don't even know what species that is. But anyway, I cut these 3 logs, 1, 2, 3, from that tree. And I let them dry in my bedroom for over 1 year. And then over the last, I'd say month or so, I've been finishing them. So I was sanding them with a random Orbit sander. Either, since I needed a cord, I did on either my fire escape, or the Super lets me use this room that has trash in it in the basement. So you can still see there's like some cut marks where I cut the logs. I just got lazy, I just couldn't sand anymore basically. You can't feel them, but you can still see the marks in a couple of places here. I filled this crack with some epoxy. Basically, whenever you cut a cross section of a log, it splits. I think there's ways to prevent it, like you could like coat it in epoxy, and that'll keep the moisture in and keep it from splitting, but I didn't do that. So I sanded everything to 320. So I sort of left like this sort of figure here. This is like the bottom layer of bark. So I just sort of did what I could to make it look cool or whatever by not sanding off all the bark. And this piece of wood that it's hitting at the bottom is actually from Italy. It was like a cheese board my friend Sam got me. It's olive wood, and I've had this thing for probably 12 years or so. So anyway, these bolts, basically, when you loosen them, it tightens the whole structure against the floor and wedges it into the ceiling. So there's no hardware. There's no screws, like it's not screwed into the wall or the ceiling or the floor. So that, and eventually these shelves they're going to have more herbs here with another light hanging here. And then I'm not sure if I'm going to put anything up, what I'm going to put on the top. If I do put herbs up here, I'm going to put build a branch at the top to hang the light from. So the inspiration for this was my bike rack, which I bought, which has the same sort of idea. It's attached the same way to the floor, being wedged into the floor and the ceiling. And then so about 1 year ago, I built this, which is what I would say like the non-organic, natural plant stand at Sylvia. So this thing, like I actually, cut. I bought wood. This is walnut. This is maple. This is walnut. This is maple. And these little things holding up the shelves are walnut, maple, walnut. And it's got a light at the top. So, yeah.
Can I turn it off so they can see? Look, shine up on
Cool. So yeah. But yeah, so this is the thing that's new. I love it. It's pretty much priceless to me. I think I would sell it for
$6,000.
Yeah, $6,000 is the number I came up with. So
$6,000.
if anyone wants to pay $6,000, they can have it. I built this thing, and I got these branches right around the same time I built that clock too, which was like October 2020. So, and this is all, this clock's from Prospect Park too. So, yeah, a bunch of free shit.